Ja, jag vet inte hur jag ska börja.
I don't know how to begin.
Well, how are things in Norrbotten? Is the situation here good?
No.
Why not? What's the problem?
I have a county which is a fourth of the whole Sweden. And 1965 we had 12% of the whole export of Sweden.
Vi har 3,5% utav människorna.
And 3.5% of the people.
Men 10-25% av Sveriges arbetslösa.
But 10-12% of the unemployed in Sweden.
Detta gör att vi är det rikaste och samtidigt det fattigaste länet.
Therefore we are the poorest and the richest. In the county of Norrbotten we have had many people busy in forestry and agriculture.
They had both farm. They were both farmers and was working in the forest. So in the winter time they were mainly working in the forest, and in summertime they cut their grass for their cows and these things. So they had mixed work.
Why aren't you at work today?
Varför arbetar ni inte idag?
Nå, för att jag skulle ha tjänstledig till höslotten. Jag hade ju inte kunnat avveckla det här.
He wanted to have free for the harvest. He was forced to resign himself.
You mean you lost your job?
Ni förlorade ett jobb alltså?
Jo, jag förlorade ett jobb.
Yes, he lost his job. In the springtime, he gets the highest price for his cows, and then he will sell them.
Is he going to sell this place too?
Kommer ni att sälja det här stället också?
Ja,
Gården?
det har jag ännu inte färdigt bestämt mig för.
No, he hasn't yet decided how to do.
Man vågar inte i första hand innan man ser det.
He doesn't dare to. No.
Will he be able to make a living here without the cows?
Utan kossorna. Nej, inte utan kossorna skulle jag inte kunna klara mig här nere.
No, without the cows, he couldn't manage to live here.
So won't he have to sell the place?
Då måste ni alltså sälja den här gården?
Jo, med tiden eller...
Yes, in the time.
Does he know what he wants to do after he sold the farm?
Vet ni vad ni vill göra sen när ni har sålt gården?
Nå, det blir väl industriarbete.
Probably it will be working in industry or something like that.
Why are times so bad now?
It depends on the rationalization which the state has done here, and that they have taken away the work with the forest.
But how has that affected his farm?
Ja.
Always he has been working both in the forest and with his farm, and therefore...
Was he never able to make a living on just the farm?
No, never. It has been too small.
Even northern Sweden has felt the effects of modern industrialization. The government, in cooperation with industry, is easing the transition from the old traditional occupations towards more rational and productive enterprises. But some people are no longer needed. They are the overspill of modernization. Happily, they can be aided in adjusting to a new and satisfying way of life.
Om man rationaliserar
Ja,
Det gäller skogs.
vi får ju ännu större problem på sysselsättningssidan.
Yes.
Alltså de som har skapat problem på sista tiden kanske ganska hårt, det är ju rationaliseringen i skogen.
To make it efficient, they had to rationalize their business in the forest and to make it less expensive.
The farm are at this moment too small. They can't make their living of it.
The answer must be extensive because it's a problem very hard. Before the machine, a man who was really good, he made 50 trees a day or 50 pieces of tree every day, but now he must do about 200 to be good.
Tempo that you're top.
Ja. Speed it up.
They don't need so many men. They just need one man with a machine, and that is enough.
Vi har ett högt födelseöverskott.
The excess of birth are high.
Vi har redan idag, vi behöver inte ha 260 000 människor. Vi skulle kunna klara oss med 200 000.
We don't need 260,000 people. We would manage with 193,000 people.
There's no work here, so people must move.
We need some big, attractive places, towns, to collect the people.
We try to locate industries up along the coast area. So we bring people from the north down to the coast as a first step. And at the same time, we try to get people living in the coast to go down to the south to make places for these people up from the far north. That's a little complicated thing because it's psychology, a question of psychology. These people up in the north, they won't go to the south. It's better if you say you can go inside the same county and go to Luleå, then it's easier for them. If they have got their family at home, they go down to work themselves and look for a flat. We can also give them allowances during the time they have to live on two places. We can't buy their feelings, of course, but we try to make economical agreements with them, so we help them. They can have free journey down to sea on the new place they are going to work, and they can go home and discuss it with their wife, and then make up their mind and decide whether to go or not.
No ei to.
So our company has a production today of about 500,000 tons of steel products. And we are, with this production, on the second or third place in Sweden. We are compared with the other companies in this market, this branch, not very big. But we have some specialties on our program, and we are just working hard to get as much as possible for the shipbuilding industry. That means that we are rolling sections and we are welding these sections and deliver them to the shipyards where they use them for building these big tankers, but very popular today.
In 1951, 52, 53. For most of the people that started in the steel industry came as estate owners, small farmers. Many people were working in the forests, and they were not used to regular times to this industrial works. So you could never know beforehand if you could get enough people to start a shift, for example. They could stay home 1 day or 2 days when they thought it was necessary. And it was a problem that they didn't keep their times and things like that. But after 2-3 years, they were accustomed to this industrial work. And they have turned out to be very good and skilled workers.
We know, of course, that for these people, that will not be a future in the forest any longer. They must come down to the coast, they must come down to the middle part of Sweden, and they must also be prepared some way to really come over this step, to go out of the forest and come in this organized living, what it means to be in the city. If they will be accepted, if they will be helped also from a neighbor on the floor where they are working, it will be easier for them to come to the right feeling that they are on the right place. They don't be lonesome, they don't look back so very often. To find new friends, it's easy to find them among the people who also have been moving over to this place, but to find new friends among this who have been born here and lived here for a very long time, it's not so easy.
How long have you been in this room, in this classroom?
1935, this building was ready. Jag tänker att det blir väl en slöjdsal eller det blir några kurser här och så där.
What's that, though?
She thinks when the school is finished here, after 1 year, it will be some courses here for wives and handicrafts for wives.
Yes.
And some sort of association life.
Yeah. Yeah, they think it's bit too expensive to have school here than it is. I think it's cheaper to put all children in a big school. Their parents think it isn't good to put the children to Korpilombolo when they are too young. It's better to have them at home and in this school. It's better. And they had to be many hours in Korpilombolo, and they think they learn something not it good. Then they are running around the village, and they can't see what they are doing.
Girl?
Yes.
Girl, could you ask them if it's expensive to build a sauna like this? And why can't you have one when you go to Luleå?
Varför kan inte bygga en när vi bor i Luleå?
Ja, det är nog sämre det att få... Vad ska man bygga där? Man måste köpa tomt.
There's no place to build a sauna there. We live in a flat.
But it doesn't take up much room.
You can't put it everywhere. It's hard to put it.
Do all the homes out here have them?
Här uppe?
Ja.
Ja.
Yes.
We can give them a start help when they go down to the new place to start on that place. We can't buy the feeling, but at least we can give them something economical. And when we bring down the family to the south or down to Luleå, we pay all the packing and the transport. And also we can give them 2,500 crowns to get new curtains and all necessary stuff they need in this new place. If we can't find a job straight away for them, we try to reschool them, for example, retrain them.
Do people who used to work in the forest make good builders, make good construction workers?
No. Yes, they are.
When will this building be finished?
När kommer den här byggnaden vara färdig?
Juni, juli nästa år.
June or July next year.
Are you worried about it? I mean, the fact that it's built by amateurs.
Är ni oroad för det i och med att det är byggt av amatörer?
Nej, absolut inte.
No, not at all.
Is it difficult or not?
Yes, English.
English is very difficult, yes, I understand. Maria?
Du menar att jag ville jobba?
Yes, you wanted to work, but there were no jobs for you.
Yes, exactly.
And that's why you are here on this course. Did you have a job? A job?
Farm son.
Oh, so you are born at a farm?
Yes.
Oh, so do you still have your farm in Älvsbyn?
Yes.
Yes, you have it,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
you don't work there. What will you do after this course? Will you go back to your farm?
No.
No. Why? Won't you get any money there?
No business.
No business.
The labor exchange shall show them a work. If there is no work in Luleå, for example, or in Korpilombolo, wherever it is, if we have a work down in the south of Sweden, we should offer it to the men who look for this work. And if he refused to take that work of different reasons, we have a form, fill in the form and put down what kind of work it is and why, his own opinion, why he don't want to take that work. And then we send in that report to his union and in Stockholm, the head office in Stockholm. And then they have a meeting and decide whether he should have his allowance while he is unemployed or if he will not have it. So the union decides whether they think he should stay here up in Norrbotten or leave.
I suppose the reason for that people don't have job here, that is we have the small factories here. And in this time we must have large factories. And for that reason they build large and modern factories in the south.
Do you think you know Stockholm good enough to drive taxi?
No, but I'm learning. They mean that you shall know every street in the town, even if there are 7,000 streets in our area where we're driving. Sometimes I meet people who I know, but they have their work to do and I have mine. Most of the young people wants to get to the south of Sweden. because I think that there are chances to get up and get more money down here. And they only think of money, and the money is always the point. I think of myself and my family and my neighbors too. To be happy.
Sometimes they are coming back too from the south. You see, they are very, they just love their place where they are born or something like that, coming back.
Yes, I would like to go out there. I'm leaving in November for a week. Go home.
November?
Yeah.
Taking the baby?
Yes. I have to.
See grandparents?
Yes. I have to do that. So lonely down here. No people can talk to him, so he's out all the day. But I'm just here.
I think it must be in that way, because in other case, if we have this problem as we have these days, they all could say, oh, I don't want to go, and we have no work here. That would cost the government much, much money, and we can't afford that. I mean, we are calculating in money. Everything what we are doing is calculated in money. It costs so and so much to buy their house, to send them down. And the production down in the south of Sweden needs them. And if they don't get them, there we calculate with the income goes away from that factory, which means that we don't have so much taxes from that factory.
People in the north of Sweden, they love the country, they love this their home very much more than people do in the south. Perhaps it may be they have lived there for generations, and that is just a new step for them to go for the south.
Oh, I'm born here up in the north, but then I went down to Stockholm. As most of these people from north part, I went also down, and I was working there for 7 years. But I got a kind of disease, skin irritation. I tried everything, so the doctors thought probably it could be the nerves. So, okay, I thought I'd go home up to the north where it's peaceful. And I thought it was peaceful, but then the problematic has come in here. So now here is quite a lot to do.
It's not peaceful up here anymore either.
At least not here, in this coast area. Especially not in the labor exchange. Of course, we have to handle these problems all the time. When we move this family from far north, let's say, when he's going down to a big city with perhaps 5, 6, 7 children, what happened to these children in 10, 15, 20 years? How much would that cost the government? No one knows.
And yet everything is being done to help create more nervous wrecks, bringing everybody into that situation rather than protecting what they have out here.
De är säkerligen lyckligare människor, de som bor på landet.
Jo, och att det underliga är att man då försöker göra så många människor som möjligt till närfall. Man vill att ska flytta till staden.
Ja, just det. Det är ett världsproblem.
Yes, it's a problem of the whole world.
Yeah. We try to get industries up to this north part, and the government gives them money to locate here in Norrbotten. But in the same time, we try to get them to move down also, because the birth rate up here, together with that the people are dismissed from the miners, from the forest, from the farms, makes that we get too much people up here. We have to move them anyhow. And that's a problem. And of course, there's always, we know that it's caused these people much of trouble to go down, but that's our only choice. We can't do much more out of it.
About 1980, they think that they have got this balance between the people and the opportunity to work.
Well, will you have enough work now that they're taking your children away to Korpilombolo?
Yeah.
What will you do now?
Yeah, I think I think I have to begin study a little to learn better English, I think. And I think to learn about statskunskap, vad heter det?
About the government, about the society.
Yes, I think to learn more about this. If I was younger, I had to go and said to people that they in Norrbotten had to demonstrate.
Demonstrate?
Yes, I think it's good. Demonstrera mot the more.
Against.
Yes, I think.
You'd start a revolution.
Yes, a little. A little.
Well, if I were in the government, I would be glad that you weren't younger.
The people here, they are calmer, and they are not used to this high speed as they are down in the south of Sweden. They have been living, most of them has been living on the country. They have been fishing, hunting, and the work is not so very important for them. I mean, I think they have never felt that they are forced to work to get their living. So they are more relaxed in many ways. I like these people up here because they are very honest. That's natural people.